you heard what real silence is? No, not the kind in a quiet city park or an empty room. I'm talking about the silence that presses down on your chest, enveloping you in a cold, icy breath, as if nature itself has frozen in anticipation of something terrible, but is in no hurry to show its true face. This is the silence of Antarctica. A silence that hides more than just frost. I was one of those who volunteered for this snowy station. A scientific base, away from everyone, the perfect opportunity for research. Everything was going according to plan until the ice mass began to breathe. That's what Rick, our geologist, said. He was the first to hear that ominous whisper under the snow. We laughed at first, of course. Yeah, snow doesn't breathe, everyone knows that. But as the weirdness began to build, the smiles faded. What the hell is going on, Mark? Mia's voice shook. She clutched the walkie-talkie tightly, looking at me as if she was waiting for an answer from me that God himself couldn't give. Everything around the station was dead, no wind, no sounds, no life. Just us and something we couldn't explain. I sat looking at the frosted windows. I don't know, Mia, but it's something ancient. Much older than us. My words sounded absurd, but how else to explain what we were seeing? Rick suddenly went crazy, lashing out at Josh with wild aggression. His eyes. They were impossible to forget, like an animal's, not a man's. We locked him in one of the labs that night. He's not Rick anymore, Mia whispered hoarsely. It's not just some kind of infection. It's a parasite, I interrupted. It's awakening in us, making us alien. It's getting stronger by the hour. That moment, something slipped outside the window. A shadow, quick, barely visible. My heart sank. I knew we were not alone. And this thing that came out from under the ice was hungry. Very hungry. Do you think we can survive? Mia clutched at my shoulder, her eyes filled with fear, panic, desperation. I had to tell her the truth, but how? How do you tell someone you're not sure if we're going to make it through the morning? I don't know, I squeezed out. But if we move fast, maybe we have a chance. I could feel that dread crawling under my skin. It wasn't loud, it wasn't screaming. It was a quiet, internal chill that penetrated to the bone. I thought of home, of warmth, of the fact that somewhere out there, thousands of miles away, people were still living their normal lives. And us? It was like we were stuck in this icy hell from which there was no escape. It all started with little things. At first, it was just a feeling. Someone said they felt a look on their face when no one was around. Then we heard rustling noises from under the snow. We thought it was the winds of Antarctica. But now I know it's not the wind.